Hey, AfterBuzzers! We're here for Project Runway All Stars Season 6, Episode 8, discussing Mizrahi Madness. Stick around and find out which designer got the axe this week.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Uh-oh, where's our awesome music? Uh-oh, yeah! Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Our 8th episode into Project Runway All Stars. We're joined here tonight by someone very special, a former host of Project Runway and Project Runway All Stars after show, Mr. Dan Babic.
I know. It's
all the way from Australia.
I know. Well, I've been stuck in Australia because of the whole visa situation. I was going to just marry someone for a green card, but I decided to do the legal thing, so it took me a year. So you can find me on social media, Instagram at Dan Babic and Twitter with an _after_C. So yeah, after Babic.
We're so glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back. I was like, oh, I've missed trash talking designers.
I mean, keeping your seat warm.
Yeah, I've missed haters. Yeah.
I know Michelle's missed you a lot too.
I have.
I know, we get along. It's funny because we're so different because I'm so ADD and so crazy and you're so mellow, but it just works, yin and yang.
But yet we always are usually on the same page.
We are, yes.
Yeah.
Tell everyone where they can find you, Michelle.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Uberreste, and my website is michelleUberreste.com.
And you can find me at Michael Shirley on Twitter and Instagram. So Mizrahi Madness.
Madness is definitely the right word for it.
I was excited to finally see like some of his work, you know, because he doesn't really show off his work in the show, I've noticed. In some of like the past seasons where it's like designers like Michael Kors were very much about showing off their work. So it was nice to see that at his little retrospective and unruly history.
Yeah, it's funny to me because I didn't really like his collection too much, to be honest. And I was like, oh.
It was very colorful.
And I'm all about the colour, but I was like, oh, I'm not impressed.
You don't like evening gowns and Eskimo jackets?
Yeah.
I just wasn't impressed because I mean, my case I love everything that Georgina makes. I think is incredible and wears. But yeah, I was actually that impressed with him. But then I wasn't. I mean, if I wasn't impressed with him, the designers, like, they take the cake. They did such a crap job, all of them tonight.
So I know you've been keeping up with this season. You're as disappointed as the rest of our AfterBuzz fans are.
And us.
I don't get the delusion because I don't, I think maybe it's a cultural thing. Like, if you do a crap job, say you did a crap job, and then you've got Alyssa Milano there like, you know, I'm so impressed with the way she used the fabric. Like, no, you're not. It's crap. Anyone can see that. You don't have to, like, why are you pretending it's good when it's not?
Because they're trying to make the show look good.
Well, no, make it funny then. No, just to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I know you missed out on that first dress, but the first dress she walked in like the Clueless type of like Cher kind of plaid look. When I saw that, I'm so glad Isaac finally gave her something that was like age and shape appropriate. Like she finally looked like she was in something that fit her properly and was made for. I mean, she's not still uncharmed, you know, and she's kind of dressing like she's still got that 25 body.
I think it's her stylist, like, and she's shorter too, which is totally fine.
She is no Heidi Klum on that runway.
Her stylist is not dressing her in a flattering way. Like, I think whoever her hair and makeup person is doing much better.
I think they're trying to compete with Georgina's looks, and it's just
not
not
though. She's
really...
a different person. It's like they're not taking her seriously. But
are you talking about Alyssa?
Every time she comes out, I just feel like it's some kind of joke is being played on me.
Do you know what? It actually angers me because I'm like, you are on, like, you should be the most fashionable. She should just have it. She doesn't have it, and it's like I just don't understand why she's the host. Like, you look at Georgina, she's got it. Isaac's got it. Alyssa does not have it.
But is that because of is the clothes throwing her off? Like, because I think
it's the whole thing. She's not a fashion woman.
Georgina probably should have been the
personality,
host of the
you know.
show.
So it's like, is the clothes taking over her personality? So you can't.
There's not much of a personality there. She's a very nice woman, but you don't like. Alyssa's not someone that you're like, yes, she's got it. She's got the X factor.
It's very hello, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Even when the designers get snippy on the runway, she's kind of like, okay, next.
I wonder how they picked her, like, originally, because she's been doing All Stars for quite a few seasons.
I don't know.
I want your job, Alyssa. Like, so Project Runway producers, I'll take your job, and I'll get paid less than a woman. I don't care.
They might put you in a dress. I think they want a lady lead for that show. Well, for the challenge, for any of you guys that have missed it, I still think it's crazy that some of you actually watch our after show before you watch the regular show.
Oh, wait, they're commenting.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah. Dan's on the live chat, so if any of you guys want to chime into our conversation, feel free. And if you catch this after the live stream, drop your comments in because we always check those out too. But for this week, Isaac paired the designers with a specific color for party outfit, and they are able to choose one complementary color, just not black or white. And even in the confessionals, the designers were so obviously bothered by the fact that they wouldn't be able to use black or white, and they're like, we've been all using that because it's safe. Like,
I think this is kind of actually a genius challenge for Project Runway. You know, like, you have to give them something to work with, and we have these weird challenges like, let's go to the top of the Empire State Building and like stay overnight, and then somehow relate some kind of weird challenge to it. No, this is like smart, because all designers on the show, as far as it goes back, has always had a problem with colors, and they're kind of just forcing them into that, saying you have to use a color.
Well, that's kind of, I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of like our American culture and design, you know, when you think about what was really big in the 90s, when like most of these designers were probably growing up. You got like the Donna Karan, Calvin Klein, you know, like very.
But then, do you know, I'm with Anna Wintour, because Anna Wintour never wears black. I'm like, I like colour because it brings out your shades and your personality. And I don't understand. These people are supposed to be. They're on Project Runway. They're supposed to. They want to be taken seriously. They want to get to Isaac's level, and then they're like, oh, I can only design in 2 colours. Where's the entitlement? They're like, oh my God, I can't do it.
It's an American thing. You're just not used to it.
It's just like, get your own Project Runway. Make it happen.
Because Americans are boring.
No, Americans are definitely not boring.
And the way they dress, I think they are. Like, people wear t-shirt and jeans every day, and that's like fashionable and cool.
But like, that can be fashionable with, you know, the right pair of heels.
Right, but I think we're the exception to the rule.
You get out of California.
No, there's nothing. Yeah, it's bad. And
no, the prom dresses in like, I always look at the prom dresses that go on in middle America. Like, I can't get over them. I couldn't find anything uglier if I tried.
Well, the designers were given $150, and one day, even though it seems like they have more than one day. I guess it's just the way they divide
They
up
have
the
the
time.
day, and then the next day they have a little bit before the runway, like an hour, 2, 3, maybe 3. But you also have to put your model through the makeup and hair and all
When you had to do one-day challenges, did you feel like, well, one day we kind of get like 1.5, or does it really feel like
you don't want to leave anything to the next day, but you do. It happens.
Yeah, we
but
see
you don't
that
want to
a
plan
lot.
that at all. No.
But it's funny to me that they're acting surprised, like, oh my God, we've only got this much time. It's like, well, the show's been going on for quite some time. Like, it shouldn't be a shock. You know what you signed up for, and that's the fashion industry. Like, it's a tough industry. It's one of the toughest industries in the world. So if you can't handle deadlines or Project Runway, then like, you probably can't really handle being a global business and being a success.
Well, speaking of being a global business and a success, I want to talk to you guys really quick about our main big boss lady. She has got an awesome podcast I want to tell you all about. If you want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life, for those of you who do, we've got a great podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos. Podcast edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder, Maria Menounos, and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life, from health and wellness to career and relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you never had. You know, assuming you don't have a sister. But just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. And be sure to rate and comment. When you do, let Maria know that it was us here at AfterBuzz that got you there. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition. Check it out. And I don't know if you guys seen the kind of guests she has on. She had Heather Graham on the other week. She had Patty Stangler. She has...
She had Kat Sandler. I was listening today. I was actually she had Kat Sandler. Do you know what I love?
Yeah, she had Kat Sadler on, who is like her fellow co-host at E!
Yeah, I've really noticed a difference in her since, and she says, well, the biggest gift of her life was actually getting unwell, because she's so much more present, and like it's almost Oprah-esque, her vibes, like Super Soul Sunday type. She's really like tapping into a whole new thing there, and I love it.
Lots of good nuggets too. Like, I really liked when she had Patty Stangler on and she was talking about Valentine's Day, you know, and, you know, she's like the main matchmaker for all the wealthy and rich and powerful. And they were like, you know, if you don't have a Valentine, do it for yourself. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. And I did.
Yeah. I bought my best friend a Valentine thing, and then she was crying. I was like, oh, no, Valentine's Day, neither do I. But like, there you go. You got a Valentine. I gave you a heart. Like, you don't need someone else to fill you up. It'd be great to have someone fill yourself up, girl. But anyway, back to the show.
You guys are funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then for Valentine's Day, me and my husband, we're like over it. We're like, what are we doing? I don't know. We don't care.
You're married. It doesn't matter anymore at this point.
It's just like, it doesn't, when you're married, it doesn't mean the romance is gone, but it's just like Valentine's Day seems so like forced.
Hallmark holiday?
Yeah.
And you don't get the day off. Like, if you got the day off work for
Well, that's the whole
Valentine's,
thing.
it's not a holiday.
And you don't want to go out to eat because you're like, well, there's zillions of people. I don't want to wait like 3 hours in line. That's not romantic.
You have to make a reservation. Come on, Michelle. I'm going to teach you this
Patience.
Well, she's the one with the husband. We're the single one. So I think she needs to teach us,
yeah. Maybe that's why we're single.
Yeah.
Because we're too difficult.
Yeah.
All right. So getting on to our runway looks of the night, I know you guys are all excited about. First up, we've got a look from Ken. He got the color red. I'm just going to say I found this very Macy's Junior Department 2002. Michelle.
What are you rating it out of? Was it 5?
Out of 5.
Yeah, it's out of 5. What do you rate it?
Oh, I gave it a 0.
I love it.
Really? I hate it when you do that and it's just not warranted. When it's warranted, I'm all for a 0.
I'm sorry, but I gave out 2 zeros this week, I think.
I think it's a size 0, the dress.
No. Michelle, I gave out 4 zeros this week.
You are.
I'm a mad man.
I make them up on the spot. I do them. I'm very intuitive. I just go like, bam.
See, I wait till I see everybody's because I have to grade on a curve or else everybody would be getting like half or something.
Maybe I could have given her a half or a 1. Maybe, but she didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Or he didn't deserve it.
I don't know. I think comparatively, he was like at a 3 for me because it is attractive.
What?
Yeah, it's attractive.
To who? Judy Jetson?
Compared to everything else that was up there, yes.
Well, definitely. Yeah, it was like the best of the worst. And
right.
But I always was looking at a perspective. If this was on a red carpet, all of these women would be on the worst dress list.
Yeah,
in all of these dresses.
Definitely. Yeah.
All of them would be. So
no one would be pulling that outfit for their red carpet.
No, like
premiere.
if it was any celebrity was wearing it, worst dress list, all of the dresses. So this was actually one of my favorites out of them, but I don't like it.
Right,
it's just the best of the worst.
I also got as did you. We got to see the process of him, and he just kind of let it sit there until like what seemed to have been maybe like the last hour, and then he just sewed that bottom bit on.
But that's editing.
That's reality
TV. Oh, he's sitting there eating some chicken. Yeah, maybe he actually was strategic and got
it was
his work
morning
done.
of. How long is the most time he could have had on that day? And he was sitting around for
I don't
half
know.
the
The
time.
bodice looks really well constructed to me. So I feel like there has to be some kind of understructure, boning stuff going on.
For me, I was just like, why not just, if you don't know what to do, just make it like an evening gown and just put a weird...
But it's for a spring party.
I would have made it long, like a maxi dress, and maybe put in like a strange... like an unexpected place where it just color blocked off into a different color, like...
Oh my god, it's
like
so bad. Do you know what, but this is actually, it's like, I don't even...
like around the knee? I don't know.
Well, it's like, I don't even, because this is actually one of the better ones. This is one of the better ones. I'm like, well, like I've got so many other designers to deal with that, like you're the last of my priorities to break down.
Exactly.
Like yours is actually like...
Yeah.
good in comparison to others.
Let's look. We have a close-up of this outfit. It was so bad.
Oh, yeah. The
look
zipper
at that butt.
killed
And what I said to you, I said, is her butt that good or is that zipper that bad?
It's the zipper. And it's
zipper.
pink. So, like, you're definitely drawn to, like, how horrible the zipper looks, you know? Because it doesn't blend into the...
There's nothing fresh to me. It just looked like it was just hacked off. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the high-low when it's so, like, stark. Unless
Dramatic.
it is like a really modern looking outfit, and I didn't find that. It was more romantic than like modern.
It's almost like it's just like it's just crap. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't even justify it. We can't like when you're trying to look for the elements. It's like crap. It's either
How many stars do you give it?
Well, I'm giving it 3 because of the other designers because because you have to scale the grading. But I mean, once again, it would be the worst dress list if any celebrity was wearing it. And but as I said, he's the least of my worries. He did one of the best jobs today. I'm like some of the others. Oh my golly gosh.
Let's go to the next outfit, which I gave 3 stars, and I know you guys really didn't like this.
Ew.
I thought there was a little wrong, but I could see if maybe it was done over the course of 10 days instead of like...
I actually changed my mind a little bit after I saw the rest of the designs.
I put not a bad Hamptons or garden party dress.
I can see that, yeah. To me, this was actually like...
It looks pretty in the photo.
One of the more fashionable silhouettes, I guess. It looks like something you could actually buy and wear.
Yeah, and I think he did the little... I know it's not a peplum, that little poof.
Oh,
yeah,
I love Charlene on the chat. It was so funny.
What did she have to say?
She's like, I love that you said the best of the worst this season. It's so true, the best of the worst. Do you know what I found with this? It's like grandma's, it's a school form, year 10 formal, and grandma's sewing the satin dress for the granddaughter. That's what it is. It's supposed to be Project Runway. Lift your game.
Well, I don't know. I could see this like on Gossip Girl back in the day.
Back in the day, back in 2005,
But compared to all the other ones, like the other ones look so tortured. This looks like an actual like finished garment, and I think his...
It doesn't look sad or angry.
It's acceptable.
Right. I think his color mixing was probably the most successful.
Yes.
When I saw this, I thought it was Stanley's because it looks like something Stanley would make to me.
Yeah.
And I think that we're actually going to get up to Stanley next, but I think that what he did with it's not boning, not
the
gathering. The gathering.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of wishy.
Grandma's made the dress for the year 10 formal.
I feel like the way he gathered that dress was like a good version of the way Stanley did it. What did you think about that? How many stars did you give this look?
I gave it a 4 because I thought it was really well constructed, and I think the colors to me, everybody else's colors were so cheesy, like teal and purple, and like this.
Pretty colors, easy on the eye. Yes, it did look very like Kathy Hilton colors.
Right. Oh, I love that, Kathy Hilton. Do you know what's funny? It's like, why? I feel like we're talking to kindergarten teacher. Like I'm a kindergarten teacher. It's like those colors don't go together. It's like, how did you get on the show? Like, if you can't even match colors, let alone match fabrics. But this, I gave it a 3. It's totally acceptable, but Grandma's made the dress for the granddaughter's year 10 formal, and this is what she's wearing.
Well, I think you're perfectly equipped to make these judgments because you host a fashion show.
I do.
So if this dress was on your runway, would the person...
just have to be honest. If this person was at a spring carnival, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, you look so amazing. Like, you would just be like, she doesn't look bad.
Well, given that this is one of the better outfits on our runway tonight, do you think, how would this have fared in your last show that you
I would have said
filmed?
you've all done a crap job. All of you have done the crap job. This is the best word. This is acceptable, but like, you look okay at the party. You're not
I do get Isaac Mizrahi vibes from this.
You look okay. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, I know. I did my first after show with Dan, and I got out of the after show like, wow,
like, it's
I'm
okay.
a really nice person.
Well, it's art. It's like you just got to be. I think like you need to get really real with yourself and be really honest. And my concern is if the designer thinks that this is a 10 out of 10 and it's actually not a 10 out of 10. I'm like, well, they're obviously, if they think that that's exceptional, they obviously don't have it.
Well, I think self-critique needs to be more intense than someone else critiquing you. Like, you have to be harder on yourself.
Totally.
They need to get rid of Anne and just have them all just go in the confessional and like look at what they've done for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's too
She's
nice.
so over it.
Yeah,
She's just like, you guys, this sucks, make it work, bye.
Anne's totally phoning it in.
Yeah.
I don't know who she's the editor of, but
I don't remember Marie Claire. No.
See, I want Kelly Catrone. Remember Kelly Catrone from the Hills? She would just be like, you need, and it's the fashion industry is like the most vicious industry. It's horrible. It's like the toughest industry, and we're all very nice and lovey-dovey.
But it's not to be mean, just to be mean. No, it's just to be honest.
It's to be honest to help. Yeah.
I think this season our designers have tunnel vision, and it's really hard for them to break out when people are like, do something different. They're like, oh, well, I'll just change the color, or I'll just make it long instead of short.
I do not understand this at all. We have All Stars.
Yeah, they're
and we have All Stars that have been All Stars before.
That's another reason I think we're being so brutally honest, and another reason I think the fans are reacting the way they do. This is worse than a regular season
of Project Runway.
It is.
And, All Stars in the past, I would really look forward to because the stuff is just next level.
Yeah, and the people are
bringing
accomplished.
And now it's like, do they even want to be here? What is going on with this season? I just don't understand.
There is a delusion and I don't want to say an ungratefulness. And they all think they've got it. That's what I love.
For but some I just feel are unmotivated.
I'm just not. I just don't have, it is such a privilege and they are so lucky to be on this show. Mm-hmm. And what it does for their career and no one's taking it seriously enough.
Maybe
even Alyssa looks like. Even Alyssa's just like, oh fuck,
maybe they're not hungry like the.
Well, get hungry. It's New York.
A regular Project Runway.
Because they've been through it, but other All Star seasons have been way better, and they've been through it too. So there has to be there's something going on that I don't like.
All right, well let's move on to one dress that I feel like. That little puffy area in the middle was done really badly. I wanted to like this a lot. Because it does give me this cool space Barbie kind of thing.
Space Barbie.
But it's so rumpled because it's got this faux boning thing underneath, and the fabric on the top looks like it's glued to plastic or cardboard, and it's puckering up. It's just, and the belt. Can we go to the next picture where you can see a close up of that belt? All these strings hanging out.
I love they compared it to Dior. I was like,
oh, that you could tell that old Carmen couldn't see that good from far away.
Carmen was good though.
Heidi would have pulled them down off the runway and been like, look at this, look at this, look at this,
I noticed that with everybody's stuff though. When they had the close-ups, there was just strings everywhere.
Let's go back to the full-out photo. I think the thing on the shoulder was super fun and thoughtful and a good 80s way, not a bad 80s way. And I liked, with the model's skin tone and with her figure, I thought that, if you kind of close your eyes halfway, it's that's a really cool dress.
It's is that what we're really at? All Stars. If you squint and if she stands out of the light.
Or if you have 4 drinks, it's really hot.
I think I just don't like the skirt. I don't like that. When I saw the boning thing, I thought it was going to be something else. It was going to be I was going to see more of the structure, not underneath, because I think it's lost and it makes the skirt look kind of weird and frumpy.
I think it was a great effort, though.
Great effort. It's not everyone gets a gold star. No,
right.
Great effort. Good job. No, it's a crap job.
And I think it would have been a pretty dress had it been made by. I don't want to say a professional, but had it been made by someone who got just been
maybe he could have done a better job.
More time.
Yeah. I like it. I gave it a 2. I mean, I could maybe push it a little bit, but I like the top. And I almost wish this had a shorter, flirtier skirt on the bottom, and the whole thing was teal, and then there was just a pink belt or something.
Maybe thigh high.
But then his whole color is supposed to be pink, not teal. So I don't.
Do you know what's funny? When you compared it to Barbie, I was like, I kind of like it. Because Barbie could see Paris Hilton.
It's like Jetsons.
You totally
Barbie.
See Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton, but I had a problem.
But only in a music video.
Yeah. But it was that I love that. I like the idea of it. Mm-hmm. I can actually see where he was going. Yeah. But it looked very like Chinese New Year, on the belt.
I want to give it a 3, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 2.5. And but Barbie, I'm just going to look. But when you said Barbie, I was like, oh, maybe I can see
change the look.
Change the look. I can see Paris in it. Yeah.
Well, you know what I call this look? Rumplestilt limbs.
Yeah.
Oh. Just because it's so rumpledy.
It is
rumpled.
Rumpledy. You like that one?
How hot's Georgina, by the way? She's got it. I'm just looking at
this one loves Georgina.
I love. See, you look at Georgina, she's got it. She's got the X Factor. Alyssa doesn't have it. You've either got it or you don't.
I do think Georgina would have been a much better host than a judge.
Yeah.
I think she has more of that
Alyssa's just
grace
like, I'm a mom.
about her a little bit, whereas I don't find Alyssa Milano grateful. She kind of just like plops down like.
But I think she still has a little attitude, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Where it's not like she's just demure, but her accent makes it sound like she's complimenting you. She's not, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. She finds a way to.
And you wouldn't go to her for design advice. Like, you should be like, out of all your friends, she's not like Georgina. You'd be like, okay, I've got an event. What should I wear? You'd be like, you wouldn't be asking Alyssa.
No,
You'd be helping Alyssa. You know. And when she's the host of the show, it's like, sorry, unacceptable. Isaac's incredible.
But I like Georgina as a judge.
As a person.
Because if she was hosting, then who would be a judge that would be worthy of taking her
Anybody. Come on, this is a big old fashioned world.
I know, but I just like her as a judge.
I like her as a person, but her husband's very big in the industry. It's kind of funny because I'm going there. I don't care. You've got to be real.
We've gone there. We've talked about it. We talked about it last week a little bit.
I mean, like,
we thought that it was kind of a crap prize.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know people in this building that would do a better job. We'd all do a better job than her. She's a great person. She's very nice, but she's not. I don't think she is up to scratch. Sorry.
Well, speaking of not up to scratch, we've got an outfit up now that I gave 0 stars. I called this tracksuit garbage.
I definitely see the tracksuit.
What is it? Yeah. Why is it? Where would you wear it? Like in hospice?
For Halloween?
You know what I think kind of sucked is like if I was imagining myself in this challenge, and I just can't see myself pairing any of these weird colors together. I almost wish they would have let them pick whatever color they wanted for the supplemental color, because I would have gone like monochrome. I would have done like, okay, yellow, I'm doing 50 different yellows. Or...
I think a great challenge for everyone would have everyone only do white, because you get to see all the mistakes.
Yeah. Do you know, we just had a comment from Joyful, I'm so bad at reading, like, it's something joyful, and she said, thank you for discussing the struggling fashion of the hostess. The fans have critiqued her all season.
Yeah.
It's not like, this should be her thing. She should be an expert.
She's
and
like
it's
the face of the show.
Yeah, and she just kind of plops on and talks about her kids and then plops back off.
Plops on is the best way I can describe
on.
it.
She doesn't, like Tyra Banks, for example. When she walks on, she walks on. Tim Gunn.
Well, Heidi, too. She just like...
Yeah, boom! And then she's getting paid.
Alyssa walks on, it's like, who farted?
Ooh.
Yeah, and like, I don't get it. And a really nice person, great person, but I don't think...
She has that joie de vivre.
Yeah, she's not
she don't have that joie de vivre. Oh my god. Well, what do you think about this? I want to hear what you think about this, Michelle. This is like the weirdest, most absurd thing I've seen.
It is absurd. That is like the exact...
Today, this is the weirdest thing I saw today, for sure.
It is really absurd. I like that for this.
I love Olga. Sorry, I'm just going to say, Olga's saying,
she's as a fellow, number one.
I love Olga. As a fellow, she's got sass. I'd say this is a fellow short person. Alyssa, honey, never wear anything that's wider than you are tall. It will never be a good look for you.
Oh.
And love you, Olga.
Olga tells it straight every week.
Love her.
Yeah. We love Olga.
I love her.
Well, can you make any sense of this for me?
I don't. Okay, first of all, can I just say, why did every single designer pick this disgusting, shiny, cheap charmeuse fabric?
I thought that they like gave them their color. I didn't know.
They said this is your color. You could pick whatever color, but pick
I thought they only bought one color at Mood. I didn't know they got to choose their shade.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't. I don't know, but like now I'm not sure. But I just hate.
Regardless,
I hate that charmeuse satin. It's like terrible. No one is good at working with it, and it looks cheap no matter what you do with it. Like no matter what you do, I've never seen anything that doesn't look cheap out of it. So that to me just kills everything. And then this. I don't know, like, I was excited because I think Anthony's been making some cool stuff.
After last week, when he did that round
but
thing,
he's at least experimental. Like, he's at least willing to go somewhere. And this week he went nowhere.
Crafty and experimental can get kind of close
But this is nothing. Like, I would rather have a designer that's, like, going nuts and making mistakes, or they have nothing. You can't turn up the volume on something that's not there. You know what I mean? Like, you can always dial it back, you can always edit, but this is like not enough.
Do you know what? I'm actually going to be a bit nicer here. Sometimes, as humans, we all make mistakes, and sometimes, I'm not sure if we can say fuck, I'm just saying it. Sometimes we fuck up.
You
and
can
this is
say
just,
it, yeah.
He just fucked up. He just got it wrong this week, and that's, I don't think it's, sometimes you just don't meet the moment. Like Fergie, you know, when she sung the national anthem, great singer, but like sometimes you have hit and you misses, and this was just a miss for him, a huge miss. But I think he's good.
I He's my favorite just because of his personality, not because of his design. So that's the only reason I didn't want him to go home this week. But I don't know. I see this on like a grandma in The Fifth Element.
No one will wear it.
It's just strange. Like the colors are strange, and there's no movement to it. Like normally his stuff has like some movement or something.
It does
interesting.
Usually, yeah.
And then there's the stripe. It makes it look sporty. Like I would never pick this out and be like, yeah, that's Anthony's look. I can definitely tell. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but. Yeah.
What happens?
It almost looks like as well, like tape, like construction. Looks like construction worker, like high vis type thing. But well, there's no point to justify it because you can't. It's not good. It's crap. Did a bit. He's a great designer. Stuffed up this week, but move on and let's do better next week.
But I think yellow is kind of like he had a leg up. Like yellow is
a
good
great color.
Yellow
I wish I'd gotten that color.
Orange is great. Like I wouldn't want to have teal or purple or anything, weird colors. So like I feel like, hey, you got yellow. You've just been handed a gift, and then
that was the best color. I love yellow. It really, I mean, especially a bright yellow. If it's like warm enough, it can really. Make anyone just pop, even a blonde.
Not making
it's gonna make you stand out in any room. Yeah.
I love we've got Terrence. He's saying, I'm more concerned about Alyssa, what Alyssa sees in the wing designs.
Everyone just wants to talk about Alyssa.
Yeah, she's like, that's so great. No, it's not.
All right, let's move on to my favorite outfit of the night, which you guys didn't quite agree with me. I thought this was really great. I'm actually not sure why I didn't give it 5 stars. I gave this 4 stars.
That's 10 out of... No way.
We're grading on a curve here, Dan.
Oh, curve. I'll
but still, 5 means perfect. So.
I wrote really classy resort cruise. Can definitely see inspiration from Isaac, and it's disco in a good way.
I actually did like it quite a bit. Like when it came out, to me, this was one of the more interesting silhouettes.
It was pretty when it walked.
Pretty,
I couldn't see any bad tailoring.
Flaws.
Yeah, they chose a good fabric.
I still didn't like the charmeuse, but it's so dark. It's like okay, but it's not spring though.
No,
right?
I
mean, maybe if I was wearing it.
This is the only thing I've ever liked from Helen.
Really?
This whole show. It's the only
you hate Helen.
I'm like, oh, shut up, Helen. Yeah, Helen gets on my nerves.
And then I pretend to like Helen because you hate her. So then it's like if you hate her, then I want to be her biggest advocate.
Okay.
I gave it a 4.
Yeah.
Because of the scale of 4. But very actually interesting.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I was like interesting,
sure.
and I could see where she was kind of going. But interesting.
I can't think of any thing quite like it.
Right.
I mean, well, you know what I mean.
But you can still see her design influence. It's not like completely removed from like what we would expect from her.
Yeah, and it's, do you know what? Because I kind of think of spring carnival racing and stuff, like the Kentucky Derby and stuff. And I actually, when you said this is spring for you, I was like, I actually do get that. Like, because if you were to go, go to like a spring carnival, that is that would be perfect for you. So I actually don't have a problem with the colour.
Celebrate Easter here.
Yeah.
In the spring.
I mean, I always wear neutral, dark things, even in the spring or summer. I mean, once in a while white, but white's neutral. But I don't, you'd never catch me dead in like one of those teal dresses or Easter.
We don't ever want to catch you dead.
Yeah.
This color's also really like regal, like the blue.
I like it more and more when I see it, but I think the photo is a good photo. But when I'm like,
the way I describe it. I just make you like the stuff more.
All right.
The pictures are kind of fuzzy.
But this is like one of the more creative things. Everybody's like, hi, I made a slip dress. Hi, I made a dress with a gathered skirt on it. Okay.
But I'd rather you do. I'd rather than do something simple and mail it than like. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know what I think, to be honest, because I'm just so blown away with how crap they did. So
I'd just rather it be middle of the road good is fine with me at this point.
No, it's unacceptable, but it's just they need to wake up. And I would love Alyssa. Like that's what I want out of her. I want her to be like to grill them. Like guys, like step it up. That's why we need someone like Kelly Catrone.
I think the show would be a lot more interesting instead of them just trying to make themselves look good. Like be real. Like
no, we can tell. It's like everyone is saying if it's not like she's supposed to like I don't. It would be so much interesting. Can you imagine if we had Kelly Catrone there? Like that is crap. You're the worst. Make them cry. Like tell them how shit they are. Get them motivated to do better instead of being just so great.
Well, like, the fans aren't stupid. They know it's like a ploy. They know this stuff isn't good. And then when they see the judges and Alyssa like, yeah, you guys did this is one of the best runway shows everywhere. Like, people are stopping.
You're a liar, Alyssa.
They're not watching anymore because it's a sham. Like, you just, you know.
Don't look at me. And if you're, oh, yeah, don't even. Let's move to the next
Well,
look.
remember when Michael Kors used to be on? And he would rip people. And I loved it.
That's your job. You're the judge. Like, so you've got to judge it honestly.
He was a great judge for them, for sure. We've got 3 more looks to cover, but they're not so exciting, so they probably won't take us as long.
Sleep dress.
This one is from Edmund. I call it Crooked Stitch Basic Bitch. Shut up and bring me some Tang.
Tang.
She looks like an old soft drink.
I think the color is good, and I think
Fanta.
actually I don't mind the shininess on this one because it's so drapey and has the movement to it, and it's elegant, but it's not sewn well. It's very basic.
Bad.
And then I had to watch it a couple times I was like, where is the secondary color? Oh, it's like a random little tie in the back. It looks like a shadow. It
wasn't even made well. It was droopy and crappy.
And then the judges were like, oh, that's so genius how you integrate. I was like, what?
No, it's
like
some of the stuff they say, I'm like,
it's not real.
Have we been like looking at different like fashion shows?
I know people have different opinions, but like I don't feel like it's genuine.
Well, it's not. And, like, to be honest, because this is just so basic, it was, to me, actually one of the better ones tonight, because it's just so basic that it's...
They called it the nightgown.
But, but yeah, even the guest judge, Carmen, even she was like, you know, ready to go to bed, put your pillow on. Like, I just think...
So long as she didn't stay still.
Yeah.
It looked all right.
Yeah, I just don't, I really, like, because this industry is so tough. It's the toughest industry in the world, and then we're sitting here pretending they did it, like... Yeah. No, even on like American Idol with singers, if they do a bad job, they say you did a crap job.
Well, we've been pushing for a double elimination.
Alyssa, get rid of Alyssa.
And then we were going triple elimination.
Yes.
So
we don't even know who we're rooting for anymore.
we don't have a favorite yet.
No, but be honest. And even Georgina, get in there a bit more because she is a professional. And Isaac, be tougher on them.
Well, next up we have Merlin, who probably does have the most distinct style, and I mean, in the fact that she has a look that she presents, and like, you know, when you look at on the runway, you definitely always know which one's Merlin. But unfortunately, Merlin is one of our poorest seamstresses in this competition. This I put art school D-. Def don't know what was wadded up in that. Definitely don't want to know what was wadded up in that napkin. And I hate that piss stain yellow.
I said lol. Lol. Like, do you know what I think what's angering me more? It's like, where is the passion? Where is the the fire in everyone?
Yeah.
It's lacking that like this, like it should be your blood, your like this is what you should live for, like Tin Gun. Like, like no one cares. She's just showing up to work, getting her makeup done, and
very flotation device, like paper airplane.
It is
just
paper airplane.
Weird, like wadded up, floaty.
I just wish the color was more distinguishable because it's almost
such
like her
bad color choices, right?
Like almost like her skin tone, and you can't tell if they're cutouts or I wish it would be more of a gold.
I said easy access flap though.
yeah.
Flap that up. There we go. Easy access for the party.
I actually thought the skirt, like alone by itself, was not so bad, but then the top just kind of throws it over because you don't just look at it as one piece.
She's just a joke, so I'm just like, I'm not even going to comment on it.
Well,
it's
this
like, bye,
is
bitch.
the losing look of the week.
I just said, bye, bitch. Bye.
Merlin did go home. We do have one last look of the night, which is a designer I know you're partial to, Dan. We've got Joshua, the eyebrows, whatever his last name is.
He needs to go to Damone Roberts in Beverly Hills, who I go and see. But he's very, very hot. We love him, so he gets an extra bonus point from me because he's hot.
I disagree.
So you got a 1?
But
I'm like, you're hot, so you get 5.
This is another one I gave a 0. The taste level I wrote is very off, and it's just not fashionable. If we could look at the close-up picture, that's...
And just quickly, if he's watching Joshua, what do you use to whiten your teeth? I'm like, he's got really white teeth. I'm like, what are we doing there? Because I want those teeth.
Can we look up at the close-up shot of that dress really quickly? Look at that. It's like a toga that was not tied right. It's just all, it's like something's ready to fall out. That is not an actress's friend. It's not a model's friend.
Yeah.
It's not your mom's friend. It's not your friend.
I wanted it to pop out. That'd be funny.
I think purple and teal is so expected and so outdated, you know? And then
very,
to
like,
me, it doesn't
80s
look like Joshua at all. Like he doesn't. There's no elements here.
No, I would never have any idea that this was.
I would rather him just make some crazy nutball outfit.
He loves like bondagey looking stuff. I don't get
even though it's
where
like
this came from.
I feel like he has a weird taste
sheet?
level.
Yeah.
But this, I don't even see that weird creative taste.
No one would even buy
level.
that because they'd be like, "Look, your boob looks fucked." Like you wouldn't. No one would buy it because they put it on and be like, "Oh, look, that's."
The color too. I think teal is a really hard color to get the saturation right.
H&M.
People are very different. I know some people find confinements to be more limiting and harder, but I actually find, you know, if I have a confinement, it actually makes
Gives you
things
direction.
easier for me.
Yeah.
It's just like less wondering about
Do you know what my favourite thing to style is? I love styling plus size women and real women.
Yeah.
They are my favourite because that is like my favourite thing to do because they feel like it's so much. They can't just buy anything off the rack, and it's like, okay, well, how do we make with your shape, and how do we work for you? And like,
Right.
I love it so much because we're all so different. We've all got different skin tones, and I love finding the perfect look for the right person. So I think it's just got to meet the moment. Like, meet the moment designers.
You probably enjoyed Project Runway season 16 where they had all the different size models.
I love it, yeah.
Yum.
I think too, a lot of women feel very self-conscious because
do.
they don't look like this or look like that, and it's like they don't realize they can look just as amazing, but it's just a matter of actually finding something that's gonna flat. Like not everybody looks, you know, if you look like just a flat-chested boy model, then you can hang anything on that model. But you know that's something they tell you, but it's not true, you know.
Yeah, and I found my look like I can't wear a tank top because I've got anorexic arms, you know. But I'm like, so I put and it's empowering. Found my look, put my blazer on, put my hair in a curl with hairspray, and I feel like I can take on the world. So, yes.
Well, as we told you guys earlier, Merlin lost his challenge, went home, and Stanley won with. What were we calling it? Space Barbie. And he got to collaborate on a winning collection, on a capsule collection with Isaac at Lord & Taylor. I would assume it's probably out now or coming out really soon. So you guys check out for that at Lord & Taylor.
What I'm waiting for is, I keep saying it, is Georgina's one-on-one interview with like Oprah or Diane Sawyer about Harvey. The whole time I'm thinking, Harvey. She still hasn't spoken up about it. I'm just thinking...
I don't feel like that'll happen until after next season of Project Runway All Stars.
See, that's why she'd be good to be a host, because it's like, oh, Harvey's, you know. Oh, God, but I want her. I want the interview.
You're such a Georgina fan.
I love it.
I think we just need to get Alyssa to hire you as her stylist.
Well, Alyssa just needs to go. Like, she's got enough money anyway. Go back. Why
don't you just take her place?
Just go. I'll take your place, sweetie, and I'll get paid half. There we go.
Well, tell everyone before we go about your latest projects you were working on while you were away from us.
Yeah. Well, I've just been working for Fashion One, which is I host Europe, Asia, and Africa's. It's kind of like the ghetto version of Project Runway for Europe, Asia, and Africa. So we're in 170 countries, 500 million homes. Fashion One. You can watch it stream it in the US from the website, but it's really big in Africa actually.
Really
It's so
cool.
funny.
And
like
you filmed different ones for different countries.
I did a London, I did a UK one, I did a Belgian one, I did a funny an LA one, but it was for Europe. And it's very big in Zambia, this random African country. So I'm like, I have to go to Zambia and be famous.
They've got a pretty fierce sense of fashion out there.
Yeah. So
too.
it's like the ghetto version of Project. But I've got to say, like, I got paid like peanuts, and I'm 10 times better than Alyssa. 10 times. I'm not even 10 times. 1,000 times better. I was just grateful to have a job on TV.
Well, you heard it here, Lifetime. All right. Well, tell everybody where they can find you on the internet and your website, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So at Dan Babic for Instagram, and my website is www.not-basic.com. Because you don't want to be a basic bitch like Alyssa.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Uberreste, and my website is michelleUberreste.com.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Michael X Shirley. And you can find me on Mondays on Marvel TV Weekly, because you guys must know that I got my crazy fashion sense from somewhere, which was comic books. And don't forget to check out all the other great shows here on AfterBuzz. Like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, if you didn't get to join us for the live chat, we still check the comments and talk about all that the following week. So it was lovely having you here with us, Dan.
Oh, it was good. Sorry, I love. Do you know, it's just so nice to just be real. Like the voice of reason. Because I've been watching this show from Australia. I'm just like, why is no one speaking the truth?
Well, if we aren't anything, we're real here on AfterBuzz Project Runway All Stars. So until next week, we will see you guys later.
Bye, you later. Oh, no, that comes
From
later.
executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.